Time to finally figure out this Washington's switch.
CQDX 309, Central Iowa, standing by.
Come on in here, 309, 605 pointed right at you.
How's it going, guys? Back at you again today, Corey the Random Guy here. I know I said that backwards, but hey. Before we begin this video, second video of the day, I would like you guys to continue liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, thumbs up, thumbs down, hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss anything. You guys are doing phenomenal. I thank you very much for the support. But without further ado, let's get into this. Alright guys, I am finally figuring out what this switch does. There is, I do believe, 5 or 6 positions on this switch. Got my frequency counter going. Yes, it's reading wonky right now. It is a little bit off, but that's okay, because it's giving me what I need for frequencies. Some of these are repeats, some of these are regular 11 meter bands, but I'm just going to put them all in. I'm using Microsoft Excel. I'm going to be putting switch position 2 here, running down the list. Switch position 3, running down the list, so on and so forth. You guys get the idea. There will be repeats in here though. I'm not too worried about it. After I get the list complete, I will go through, make highlights of the regular 11 meter band channels, and then the extra channels, and then if there's special channels in there, I don't see why there would be, but you just never know. I'll make highlights of those too. So if you guys would actually like, you know, a copy of this to kind of figure out if you guys have the same radio that I do with the same switch and you guys can't figure it out, I'm pretty sure some of you already have the lists and stuff, but this is the list I'm creating for this one. This is a Uniden Washington. It's not a President Washington, it's a Uniden Washington. Now I don't know if there's any difference. Right now I'm in the first position, channel 29, and that came out to be 27.055 megahertz. We'll keep going on this and we'll come back when the list is more complete. We will talk to you here in just a few minutes. I wanted to show you guys this too here real quick. So when you key down 125, it says 123. I don't know how accurate that little frequency counter really is. So now it's showing 124. So we all know that, let's just take an example, 27125. Pretty much everything ends in 5. That's something to take into account if you guys are new to this. I'm new to it, so everything here, the very end, is always 5. So regardless of what this little thing says, it says 27124, it's going to be 27125. And even if it's off, let's just go down here to channel 31. 31 is supposed to be 27.075, 27.074. Now, there's 2 things. One, this particular radio could be off frequency just a little bit, or this little meter here is not entirely accurate. You guys are, I bet some of you guys are wondering, what are you powering this thing with? I am powering it by 4 18650 lithium ion cells in series. A little bit over voltage for it, but that's just the top voltage. It's handling it really well. This particular one was like 10 bucks on Amazon. You guys can see here, I just took the red signal wire, wrapped it around the coax, and that kind of gives me what it's trying to pick up. What you guys are seeing right this second is it's picking up some other frequencies around it. Once you key down, give it a second, and you hold it, and it won't go nowhere. That's pretty close. I just wanted to show you, explain that little meter to you guys real quick, in case you guys ever get one. Everything seems to be going along just fine. As I said, I'm gonna go be putting whatever position number it is, and I'm gonna go through all 1 through 40. And as I said before, I will go through and I will highlight each one that is a duplicate or triplet or whatever the case is. At least we'll know what frequency that channel is going to be on, giving the position of the switch. So that's what I'm shooting for today. All right, let's continue. You guys are, it's going to take like 2 seconds for you, and it's going to take me quite a while to get all of these positions going here. So hang tight, we'll be right back. All right guys, here's the update. I've still got 2 more positions to go, and I think these 2 positions are making this thing go wonky. There's some really interesting stuff here. Now, I'm not saying that my frequency counter is actually correct, but it seems to be pretty close. It goes from 27,400 to 27,405, and that's on channel 35. So this is actually supposed to be channel 40. that this thing is nowhere near consistent, except for maybe the first, I want to say probably 14 channels or so, maybe. I don't know, I'm not looking at it that close. But channel 1 seems to be consistent across the board. 27965, that is channel 1, and then it jumps to channel 8. And how I know this, 055, right here, channel 8. From channel 1 to channel 2, it jumps from channel 1 to channel 8. This is crazy. This radio is everywhere. And if I'm not mistaken, now it could be, again, my meter up here, or my frequency counter. If I'm not mistaken, these two selections here get into ham bands. You're talking 28 megahertz, 29 megahertz. I think I've seen it as low as 25 megahertz. I'm not sure if it was just because this thing was acting all wonky, which it still is, but I'm getting it as close as I can. I'm actually going to order a different frequency counter that's built a lot better, and I'm going to compare what I have now to what that other frequency counter is going to pick up here. But from the looks of it, there is no consistency. Channels 1 through 40 on 11 meter band, pretty sporadic. Channels are freaking everywhere. So 27105, I do believe is channel 12 actually. Yep, sure is 27105. So it looks like consistently channel 12, 27105, 27105, 27105 across the board so far. I don't know if you guys can see this. I hope you guys can. So we're gonna start out at switch position 1. And I'll slowly just kind of go down the list so you guys can kind of see what's going on. Not have position 2 or 3 filled in as of yet. We're gonna go to straight to position 4. We're gonna slowly work down. Now mind you, I don't know if this frequency counter is actually working like it's supposed to. It seems to be, because I've tested it with other radios, my little two-ways, and it's exactly dead on frequency. I even have a handheld CB radio, and it's dead on frequency. So this radio could actually be either way off or something. Here's switch position 5. Slowly go down. Whoop. Let me move this thing out of the way. There we go. Okay. Position 6. Alright, that's what I've got so far. So I haven't done switch position 2. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, there's the first position. This is assuming that's exactly how this thing's set up. Position 1, one click down is position 2. Now, let's see what happens on channel 40. This is all on AM, and I have my mic gain turned down because I don't want it modulating. Let's see what channel 40 brings us. Ready? Looks like, yeah, it's bouncing everywhere on this selection. I can't even tell on the switch position 2. And 3 is the same way. Go ahead and switch it to 3. Leave it on channel 40. It's just everywhere. And it looks like it may actually go down to definitely not doing something right. So position 2 and 3 will probably be left blank for now until I can get a better frequency counter so I can figure out exactly what's going on here. But as it stands right now, this radio, ew, not gonna use it. It's definitely been screwed with. It shouldn't have been. I would like to get this thing converted back to a normal 40 channel, but I don't really foresee that happening at this point. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'm gonna save this. You guys, I went through the list nice and slow so that you guys can see what the frequencies that I'm reading off of it is. It's not consistent. I mean, this thing is all over the bands. It's really crazy, honestly. I think until we figure out what's really going on with this radio, it's going to be out of commission. I'm going to put the Madison back up, and that's the radio I'm going to use for a while, just to kind of see how it sounds and all that. I did get a couple radio contacts with the Madison. People said it sounded good, dead on frequency. Perfect. That's good. With the power that the radio is putting out, the linear is only able to push about 25 to 30 watts out. So it'll help, but it's not going to be near as powerful as that Bearcat, which allows the linear to push about 100. I would really like to get a linear that is able to do sideband, so I don't have to talk so freaking fast. And with the Madison, it clicks and clicks and clicks and clicks away anyway. I don't imagine that's very good on it, but you know, that's the only linear I got right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.